Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this Chaos Zero Nightmare video. So in this Chaos Zero Nightmare video, we're going to talk about some beginners tips and tricks that you want to know with regards to the Arc City for you to have a better progression as well as just more free resources on a day-to-day basis. So for this part, we'll talk about what you want to prioritize in terms of the upgrades as well as the different Nono shop priorities, and also discuss about the different things you want to do on a day-to-day basis to give you a better overall progression. So starting off, we have the policy office. So right here, if we go into the policy office, you'll be able to see the project information that your current team is on right now. So for this part, you're able to choose your project aide. So we started off with all the beginners character, Mika, Treza, and Ray. So for this one, you can actually choose different projects which will give you different resources based off the achievement ranks right here, as you guys can see, and you're able to choose your aide such that they will be the one popping off in the policy selection page. So in case you do not know, when you approve the policy from all these different characters, let's approve this one over here. We'll go with this one. Okay, we'll go with economic activity since both are the same, right? You'll be able to get your policy points as well as the index upgrades, and more importantly, the affinity right here. So for the project aide side, you will be able to choose your favorite characters that you want to upgrade in terms of the affinity side to give them more stats. And this is one good way for you to power up your character a little bit faster. So on top of that, based off the different projects that you choose, you get all these free resources on a day-to-day basis. So prioritizing your project upgrade or your policy office upgrade is very important. And this is why you want to go into Nono shop and always buy out your research notes first. So this is something to prioritize because there's a weekly purchase limit right here. So from now to about Sunday, you can purchase this upwards to 35 times. And these are used to upgrade your research facilities. So for the research facilities part, I strongly encourage you to upgrade anything that's policy office related, because policy office gives you more power-ups and also more policy points, which in turn gives you more points to upgrade your research facilities. So for me, I went for the advanced policy management, skipping this one, going for the Black Horn trade expansion for more affinity, so on and so forth. So once you progress through these research facilities and fully upgrade your policy office related stuff, you can then focus the upgrade onto all the other stats or power up reliant upgrades right here. So that's for the policy office as well as the research facility portion. So moving back into Nono shop, the first priority would be the research notes. And then the second priority, some might argue, is the special security code. But personally for myself, I would say get all the policy reports, because this will give you additional policies to get you additional policy points right here and even more upgrades moving forward into the next week. So this special security, research note as well as the policy reports, they have this weekly limits. But for the very first week of the gameplay itself, anything that's policy related to maximize your research notes to prioritize even more upgrades in the research facilities will be highly appreciated. Next up, let's talk about the excursion feature. So every single day, we will get up to 3 excursion tickets to go and spend time together with our favorite combatant. So going out with your favorite combatant will increase their affinity. So right here, we're just gonna speed up this thing over here. Okay. So this affinity upgrade actually gives us stats, as you guys can see, which is very important because this directly impacts the power level of your unit. So the higher level your unit, the more stats the unit will get across all this affinity right here, and indirectly make your unit stronger over time. So for the units you want to prioritize, obviously it would be units that you're currently running on your team and units which you use the most across various contents. On top of all these stats upgrades, you also get this excursion collection, which will give you your collection bonus to get even more crystals. So this is why this is very important. At the very least, you want to do on a day-to-day basis to get all these freebies and stats upgrade for your characters. Now, for the send gift portion, personally, this send gift can also be achieved from the combatant page, and I will recommend you to send gifts to the units that you're maining right now as well for the additional stats from the affinity bonus right here. Starshine Diner is actually really good for you to progress through the chaos much more easily, because based off the food that you eat, you'll be able to get the relative power-ups for the chaos dungeons. So right here, I consume the melt in your mouth sushi set, which gives me attack as well as health for all my combatants. And you can see these power-ups right here within the Chaos Dungeon by going into the Chaos, going into Chaos Manifestation, clicking on this one. And then this will be the stats power-up from the Diner side of things. So every single time before you enter a Chaos Dungeon, ideally you want to eat something from the Diner for you to get the relative power-ups to your best team composition. Okay, so next one is the Garden Cafe. So I've already claimed mine for today, but you're able to claim coffee, which gives you 80 adder, or claim the adder empty powder right here, which gives you 60 adder. So some might wonder, why would you actually go for the adder empty powder over the 80 adder coffee itself, right? So this is actually pretty good for you to store up adder to start farming for your late game stuff later, because you can store up to 4 right here. So let's say if you are not at the end game, or if you want to store up energy for the end game, this is actually a really good adder empty powder right here to stock up to prepare for the end game resource farming in general. And last but not least, let's talk about the Epon Center right here. So pardon me if I butcher the pronunciation. So trauma code right here has the event for Haru as well as more unlocks as you get your special security code right here. So this one gives you EXP resources as well as upgrading materials, which are really amazing. And then last but not least, the most important part which I want everyone to know is the psychotherapy right here. So it is actually not a bad thing for you to cause your character to go into breakdown, because you can actually start counseling them for you to get free diamonds right here, or free crystals right here. So if you're able to counsel these units up to 3 times, you get 150. And then as you unlock all these different experiences right here, you'll be able to farm up to 300 crystals per unit. So this is actually really good for the free crystals portion, and it is not that bad to cause your character to go into the mental breakdown state. So that's pretty much it for this video. Everything you need to know for the Arc CD in the early game. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!